Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tebow, driver of the number 76 Audi R8 GT3 Evo 2 for BSR Motorsports in the GT3 Challenge in Live for Speed. This is a video review of the season finale at the Blackwood Circuit, Woodland Park. Before we go on track, we're going to look at an onboard lap of the circuit. This was actually my fastest lap of the race, so we'll be seeing this again through turn 1. Big, very easily flat out on tires, on whole tires. We can take this corner flat out into turns 2 and 3. This right, left, not really chicane, it's just a set of corners into what I call turn 5. This double right-hander wide hairpin. Then down this very short straight into S's on this track. Very fun set of corners. First one's flat, brake, downshift. Then the second one, get back on throttle for the third one. And then this corner, very difficult to get right. A little bit wide there on this lap. A little bit up on those exit curves. And down towards the final hairpin, braking your forward. All the way down to first. Yeah, this car stopped rotating around 55 kilometers an hour and then floor it back to the line. So, that was an overview looking at the actual lap. We're going to go get to the grid now. That's me in P12, last place starter P21. This is a map of the circuit. Now let's go. Now on track, getting ready to start the race. Lights will come on in a second. I did block messages, but they're going to keep appearing. I don't know why. It just happened. Now lights coming on, I'm going to start revving. Third light, green lights come on, and a little bit of delay with the replays in LFS, but get a decent launch. There's a guy on my inside, so I'm going to try to take this corner wide, a little bit of brake, a bunch of off throttle. Actually get held up a little bit behind Victola. We will be seeing him a lot later. As we go down into the first braking zone, turn 2, and I just get punted. Just what happens. Here's another view. I don't really know what happened. It's very confusing. We drop down to last and get one position back pretty easily. This guy, and just this whole mess. Just looking at the offboard of it, this doesn't really help anything. That beamer just gets shot out of the track. And Victola comes passing by us, even though we're under VSC. But trying not to hit anyone as our phone checks up for this VSC. The guy behind us doesn't really understand what's going on, so see what I mean in a second. He's just going to cut across these curbs, but coming back to the green this time. Guy just cut out the entire thing. Green flag in the air, we're going to floor it down. Absolutely ram into the back of Janela. There was a BWG car backwards somehow. Getting back on the inboard camera. Absolutely hectic restart. We're up a few places. I believe we're in 15th at this point. Out of 19 cars still running. Already all the way up on those curbs. Coming off of the track. We get passed by L Racing, another BWG car. He's actually going to slam us into the curbs on the left side of the track. And then we're just going to settle in behind. We're right now 14th place. Let's get corrected. A little bit loose through turns 5 and 6, but we are pretty well clear of the guys behind us, and L Racing's pretty far ahead of us at this point as well. Big snap oversteer coming off of the third S, and we're going to go back on board just to see. Guy slams the wall behind us, but we are chilling right here. And then we go for the big send down into the final hairpin. We're going to look at that again with the onboard because it's just easier to see from this camera. We got these two side-by-side blazes going to shoot up the inside of Mr. 720 McLaren. We're going to go up his inside. He's still on our outside. He gets forced into the wall. We are clear of him. up on another Mercedes. We have a little look into turn 2, not really anything there. There's a McLaren spun around looking at us there. Over here, he gets into the wall. We're taking a little bit cautious to try to get under him, but this guy was a little bit of a nuisance in practice, so I don't want to actually get in contact. Skipping ahead a few laps, we get a much better run home with the hairpin than he does. We're just going to pass him down the straight pretty clean and easy, and that puts us up into P11. And we had another lap going through the S's as we see this other BWG car got loose through the S's and is now on our inside for this hairpin. And try and go around his outside, nearly get hit back by the Mercedes. He's still to our right side. Mercedes kind of looks to be pretty wide. I can run him off. So we come across this finish line, go into turn 1, and he's just going to clear me out. And he goes and slams the wall. Mercedes passes both of us, coming in another later this lap. We're going to have a look at the inside. Someone goes flying over the curbs. Behind us, he's going to hit the wall. We're going to have a run on him coming into the hairpin again. We don't look, but he actually brakes at the same time as us, so he's a little bit further up the track. Give him a little bit of a bump, but nothing either way for either of us. Now the next lap, just got in too deep in the corner, hit the back of them, nearly clipped both of these two BWG cars, and then, yeah, so we just got punted by this guy who, if you remember, spun around. So, now we're back. It's a lap later, or actually it's later this same lap, we're right on his tail. Now it's the next lap. We're going to look on the inside of turn 1. Not really a move there. We get super loose. He runs over the curbs. He gets a worse run than we do off the corner though, so because he backed out of the throttle. We're going to have our nose showing. Not really going to help, and yeah, we just back right. Now a few laps later, going through the S's, and again, cuts over the third S. We're going to look to his outside. We're going to have a pretty clean pass without him. Again, with another BWG car, and this time, yeah, we just cleared this guy out. This one's completely on me. And then we decide to let the leader by this guy because this leader in the worst way possible. So we just completely screwed up this line going through there. Skipping ahead another lap. Actually later the same lap. Now got Victola behind us again. And I first thought he was the car that I punted, so I was certainly going to get my position back. But he's not, so I stopped. And then he just gives us a massive shot back coming out of the corner. He's going to run right past us. We're going to duck into the slipstream. We can't really make it past the turn 1 unless they're going on faster, or they see position. Dirty here, we go a little bit wide, running over the curbs. He somehow ended up spinning the inside of the wall. And now we're just going to be stuck behind him for a few laps. I have this up to 5 times speed, just so you can see. Clearly am faster than him. That was the winner, by the way. That's a part of later. I'll show you what happened. But this is just me trying to catch up to Victola. Clearly quite a bit faster than him, but these cars are like 5+ seconds on a faster hit in order to make a pass. Especially at this track, where there's really only 2 passing zones. He's going to smack the inside wall. He pulls off a really nasty block right here. I don't know if it's intentional. We let off a little bit on the gas in the entry of the S's, see if we can try and get a better run out. We don't, because we just got to snap oversteer right there. Coming into turn 2 this lap, this next lap, and we are still right on the gearbox, looking down the inside into turn 5. Run a bit wide, gonna try to get on the power. There are lap cars behind us, but I'm trying to get past this guy. I want to focus on my own race. Letting them by. So there's a 3 leaders, 1, 2, 3, and they are going to get held up by Victola big over the curves will run straight into the tires and immediately back on the gas, but he's gonna get cleared out by Victola right here. And hey, there's me. Now on board with currently P2. Here he assumes the lead. This is Senna. He actually raced with me in BMW Champ Series back when I ran that. He's currently fighting for love, actually Ford runner for the entire season. They're side by side going down into turn one. These two are fighting really well. These guys are fast and very, very respectful racers. So Orlov actually does clear Senna right here, but better on the brakes. I don't know if that's clear there or if it's just hands driving. And through here, side by side through the first set of corners, and then Orlov clears him into the next. So it has to look as Orlov gets boxed in by this BWG car. And he gets a pretty quick pass, but then tries to make a move, gets on the curbs, and everyone has to check up. Orlov looks on the inside of the first S, which I would never see used to pass. He saw the opportunity for him to get out, and now the 14 is right behind him. So down into the hairpin, he is super, super good on the brakes. A lot of rotation out of that rear end through here. He's going to get up along the side and actually get a better exit going past Senna and McLaren. But again, they're going to go to turn one side by side. Senna actually played a good thing. Orlov just got a bit on the curve, got a bit skatey. So he is now clear ahead of the 14. And these two are actually going to have a really good battle for the rest of the race. I have to check out in a moment. Now back on board with us. Yes, I did just cut a lot of laps. Nothing happened. So this is actually going to be my fastest lap of the race. I'm going to shut up and let you watch. Catching him, but later's catching me pretty quick. And my tires are pretty worn. I'm going to hit once he catches me. So, coming into the pit lane, yes, there's speed limit signs, but they weren't actually tracking the speed limit, so floor it, try and get in the box. Now, I'm only pitting for tires. I'm not taking fuel this stop. I fueled up as much as I needed to at the beginning of the race, so about 2/3 of the way through what fuel I had on board. Here we go. Fresh boots on, cold, but it'll be alright. So skipping ahead another 9 laps. Big mistake there, but it's actually kind of convenient for me to get to let these two by these other guys fighting for 4th and 5th. Daniel's actually really fast on the Saudi. I was almost ahead of him in qualifying, but he pulled out I was tired after this race. My head hurt, my arms hurt. You know, this was actually a pretty good race considering in the season. Of the four rounds I competed in, definitely was not my best finish, but it was one of my favorite races. The last round before this on the Aston Le Mans circuit, that was definitely my favorite. But some takeaways. This track was really hard to pass on. It's a lot of fast-flowing corners, and there's really only two passing zones into turn 2 and into the final turn, that hairpin. Getting out of the way of leaders, that was really important for me, and actually got me an overtake a couple of times, as you saw earlier, honestly. And even with, just letting them by, they can then hold up the guy in front of you. This is something I've seen in various other sims, especially iRacing and Assetto Corsa, but it's very important. I was very, very middling on my speed through this race. I was about 2 seconds consistently off the leaders when I was on my own, but when I was with traffic, I really could not get past them. I struggled to get past traffic. You saw I was behind Victolo for like 4 laps, even though I was 3 seconds a lap faster than him, because I just couldn't find a way past without him making a mistake. But it all worked out. I finished 7th of, I believe, 12 finishers of the 21 starters. And setup. Setup was really important. I made a setup specifically for this race, different from the one I had been running previously, because I had to lower the air pressure on my right side tires so they would actually end up heating up. Because a lot of these corners are very, very left tire intensive. Turn 1, turn 5, turn 6, and the final turn are all right turns. That's very heavy on the left side tires. The only real turn that mattered for the right side tires was the one I crashed at, the one after the S's. Otherwise, it was actually pretty solid. I took a little bit of rear end grip out of the car, or I put a little rear end grip into the car, took a little bit of rear rotation out just so it wouldn't snap as much as it did in previous races. So we're getting a setup pretty well dialed in, and it was, overall, I had a very good time during this race. So thank you for watching if you made it this far, and see y'all when I make the next one.